What would the Stoics say about scandal?
Picture this. You're one of the biggest names in music and business. Your name alone commands attention. But suddenly, headlines explode, and every aspect of your life is put under a microscope. Would you be able to handle the pressure? The world's fascination with celebrity scandals is relentless, but it makes us wonder, could an ancient philosophy have provided the tools to handle the storm? Today, we're diving into how Stoicism, a philosophy from nearly 2,000 years ago, might have helped P. Diddy navigate the intense scrutiny and scandal he's currently facing. Stoicism was crafted for challenges, for staying composed and resilient when life throws us off balance. So, what if the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius or Seneca had been applied here? Stay tuned, because not only could Stoicism offer P. Diddy a way to cope, it also has valuable insights for us all. Imagine having a mindset that's steady, unshaken and clear-minded, no matter what's happening around you. Curious? Let's get into it.
The modern dilemma of scandals and fame.
Let's talk about the reality of fame today. We're living in a world where a single mistake or rumor can instantly become a viral sensation. Social media, news outlets, and even everyday conversations are dominated by scandals, especially when they involve public figures. For celebrities, it's like living under a constant magnifying glass. And when things go wrong, they go very wrong, very fast. Now imagine the Stoics in this modern world. They'd see this obsession with fame and reputation as one of the biggest distractions from what truly matters. Stoicism teaches that our inner peace shouldn't be dictated by outside events, especially things beyond our control, like public opinion or sensational headlines. For someone like P. Diddy, whose life is entrenched in the highs and lows of fame, Stoicism offers a unique perspective. It asks, are you living for the opinions of others, or are you true to your values? And in today's era, that question is more relevant than ever. So how could these timeless teachings guide someone in the heat of scandal? Let's break down the Stoic principles and see how they apply.
Control what you can, accept what you can't.
One of the cornerstone teachings of Stoicism is the idea of focusing only on what you can control and letting go of the rest. In the words of Epictetus, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. It sounds simple, but when applied, it's transformative. Let's take this to P. Diddy's current situation. If he were to embrace Stoic thinking, he'd start by recognizing that he can't control how others react to him, what the media decides to publish, or how quickly rumors spread. Stoics believe that agonizing over these uncontrollable factors only drains energy and creates unnecessary suffering. Instead, a Stoic would say, focus on what you can control, your own actions, your words, and your response to the situation. In the face of public scrutiny, Stoicism would encourage him to keep his reactions calm, reasoned, and true to his values, without getting pulled into the emotional whirlwind of the moment. Now think about how often we're all in similar positions. Maybe we're not in the public eye, but we still find ourselves worrying about how people perceive us or stressing over situations that are out of our hands. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from letting go of those external worries and grounding ourselves in what we can directly influence. Imagine if Diddy took this approach, setting aside the noise of outside opinions and instead focusing on staying grounded in his principles and handling the situation with integrity. Not only would this reduce his stress, but it would also create a kind of quiet strength. And in a world that's always watching, that's a powerful statement in itself. This principle is the core of resilience, staying true to yourself in the face of adversity. And whether you're dealing with a public scandal or a private struggle, it's a powerful reminder that what truly matters is how you choose to respond. Next, let's see what the Stoics say about the tricky subject of reputation.
Reputation versus virtue.
One of the biggest traps for public figures, and really for anyone, is the endless chase for reputation. The Stoics, however, taught that reputation is fickle and superficial, often at odds with what's truly important, virtue and our own internal values. In the eyes of the Stoics, caring too much about what others think weakens our sense of self. Seneca once said, "If you want to be respected, stop looking for it." This means we should focus on living a life that is true to our principles, rather than getting caught up in how others perceive us. Now, apply this to P. Diddy. He's someone who's built an empire, but he's also constantly in the spotlight. For him, the pressure to maintain a certain public image is intense, and it's easy to get wrapped up in what others think. But Stoicism suggests that he, and all of us, should focus less on that external image and more on our own inner values. By holding himself to a standard of integrity and honesty, he'd create a foundation that can't be shaken by scandal or gossip. This mindset can be a game changer, especially in high-stakes situations. Imagine how empowering it would be for Diddy if he didn't need to rely on the world's opinion to feel secure. By focusing on virtue rather than reputation, he could approach his decisions with a steady hand, knowing that his actions align with his principles, regardless of how others may judge them. This Stoic idea is just as relevant in our own lives. We all face moments where we worry about how others perceive us, whether it's at work, among friends, or even online. But when we prioritize living by our values over impressing others, we free ourselves from that endless loop of approval seeking. So if Diddy were to embody this principle, he'd see his reputation as a shadow, not something that defines him, but rather something that reflects how he lives. This shift allows for more genuine choices, unclouded by the constant desire for public validation.
React with reason, not emotion.
One of the hardest things to master, especially in high-pressure situations, is the ability to respond calmly and rationally instead of reacting out of anger, frustration, or fear. The Stoics believed that by pausing and choosing a reasoned response, we gain control over the outcome. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine Diddy in the midst of his recent challenges. Emotions are high, responses from the media and public are everywhere, and it'd be easy for anyone to react impulsively. But the Stoic way is to take a breath, observe the situation from a distance, and then decide on a response that's calm, deliberate, and true to one's values. Reacting with reason over emotion is what separates impulsive choices from wise decisions. It's about acknowledging that while emotions are natural, they don't have to control us. Stoicism teaches us to filter our emotional reactions through a lens of reason, making sure that our response reflects our principles, not our momentary feelings. This doesn't just apply to celebrities. We've all been there, getting an upsetting message, facing criticism, or dealing with high-stakes situations where emotions are hard to contain. The Stoic approach reminds us to pause and reflect before responding, turning a potentially heated situation into an opportunity for growth and understanding. So, if Diddy embraced this principle, his response to scandal could shift from emotional defense to thoughtful clarity, letting his actions speak for him rather than his emotions. For each of us, this is a reminder that staying cool and collected, no matter how intense the situation, is a sign of true inner strength.
How we all can apply this.
So, what can we take away from this? Stoicism isn't just for philosophers. It's a toolkit for anyone facing life's challenges. Whether it's a celebrity scandal or an everyday conflict, the principles we've discussed can help us all. Focusing on what we can control, prioritizing our values over reputation, and responding with reason over emotion are timeless strategies. If Diddy, and all of us, could apply even a bit of Stoic wisdom, we'd find ourselves more grounded, resilient, and at peace. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more insights that make ancient wisdom relevant today. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.